Hello friends, the Destroyer001 here, and I'm welcoming you to replay 27 of the Battlefield Middle-earth 2, Lord of the Rings. Let's jump into a replay. So, this is all I got left. Let's take a look at... just did Tower Hills. Let's do a Buckland. I got like 5 Bucklands to go through. I just did dwarves as well. Let's do a men loss. Well, yeah. Spoilers. But whatever. It's in the title. Alright. So, here we are. I'm the Destroyer. So I tried to squeeze my name in there, I guess. As men in the top right. The Long Con in the top left as Mordor. We have another Mordor down here. Kartoffel in the bottom left. And bottom right we have the Elves. Rage Freddy. So 2 Mordors, an elf and a man. No, there's one. There's 2 evil teams. 2 evil teams, 2 good teams. Yeah, that's right. Elves are opening with some archers, a couple queued up, and some trees. Looks like I'm opening with archer range, which means I'm probably opening with a Boromir as well, as you might imagine. Longcon is opening with a Mama Kill pad. That is interesting. I don't remember this game at all, so this is new to me. And there's a Nazgul. Usually the best starting thing to get. This is a 4K game. Yeah, if you start more than 1,000, then it's definitely a 4K game. And this is undoubtedly a no rules game as well, since Long Con always plays no rules, which can be good and bad sometimes. I do have Boromir here. Probably should have sent him to the cave troll first. I feel killing the cave troll is better than killing the white layer. You still get 1 level, I think, but I mean, you get more gold from the cave troll, so it's worth more in a way. I'm getting some Thillians and pikemen, so tower guards it is. And we have Legolas from Elves here. Legolas and some archers, pretty good. Not so good against Nazgul and Sauron, though, to be honest. These 2 will kill most of these archers without much trouble. And Nazgul is level 2 now. But I think Legolas, yeah, should be able to kill him pretty easily. Because he was so low life, all they have to do is focus fire the Nazgul and shoot him with the Hawk Strike. Sauron, though, different story. Sauron can kill Legolas pretty easily. And I don't know if he has heal. Elves hasn't bought any powers yet. Oh, that's unfortunate because he could have bought heal. If he went into combat, he probably should have bought the heal for his Legolas. That's a big investment to not have one for. And I've killed that, and there's a Mama Kill. I bet you wouldn't have thought you would have saw a Mama Kill at like 2 minutes in, but there it is. Will it be any use? Potentially. They're not very good against pikes, as you might imagine. They die very, very quickly to pikemen. For their price, they're actually not that good. And they're like 100 command points. But if you can use them properly, they are pretty amazing. And they're fun to use. They're just cool looking units. I wish they were better, because it's just such a grand, awesome unit that is underused because it's not very good. But anyway, looks like I'm forming a defensive wall against Mordor here. Undoubtedly scared of Mama Kill. I think I actually can hear the Mama Kill if I'm mousing over his area and it comes out, which is probably what happened. Probably why I'm waiting here. And probably why I'm building so many pikemen as well. A little Boromir scouting going on. I do have the horn as well, almost level 5, so I can get the leadership from my troops, which should be invaluable. And you still got the Nazgul in the mouth there. So no team has a clear advantage yet. I'd probably say this Mordor has a disadvantage because he has a Nazgul or a Momokill instead of a hero. I mean, I'd rather have a Nazgul or a Mouth of Sauron any day over a Momokill, but that's just me. Plus the amount of command points is insane. He's using 145 command points and he has a Momokill and a Orc. And I have pretty much the direct counter to Momokills. So I should be just fine. So this could end very badly for Longcon here. As tends to happen. But there is enemy Mordor here. He decides to run away. Good. Good for me. It's like I'm starting to build a forward base of operation as well. It's going to be a while before Boromir gets level 5 unless he starts destroying things. Orcs will not get him level 5 very quickly because they give fuck all for experience. Momokill probably he doesn't want to use the Momokill on this. This is a Momokill death trap. But he might have to because he's going to lose the game if he doesn't. It looks like I'm positioning my archers to kill off his little guys and prevent escaping. His builder is trying to escape. And he very well might. Looks like he's going to try and send the Momokill in. And for some reason I built Gondor soldiers instead of pikemen even knowing he had Momokill. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I felt I had too many pikemen. But these are not going to help against this at all. And we got a second Momokill actually. So he's going all in on this Momokill strat. Which is intriguing. How effective it will be remains to be seen. Probably not very effective now that I have some pikemen in the way of him and my fortress. And these rangers are actually not too bad against them as well. There you go, I have managed to actually destroy the Momokill pen. So Longcon is kind of in trouble. But they are very good against things that aren't spiky. Such as these tower guards. And I may be out of position to stop these guys. They do have little archers on top. Spear throwers actually. They're not very good, as you can see. They don't kill very quickly. They're there. And he will just walk over my guys with no trouble. And as you can see, they're not too bad. Once you actually get them in position, they're kind of good. And he's actually not taking too much damage, surprisingly, even though he's being stabbed by pikes. I think they buffed Momokills a bit in 1.6. Because in 1.00, they're god-awful, at least. Oh. I might actually lose my fortress here to Momokill. Which I kind of find amusing. I think that's awesome that I died a Momokill of all things. Yeah, they're actually better than I thought they were. They used to just die immediately if a pike even touched them. But it seems now they've gotten a little better. There goes one. Well, he has a level 5 Momokill now. Not something you see every day, that is for sure. He's forced me to retreat. Stop my attack and try and save the rest of my base, at least. Because I seem to be having trouble. And there goes the last Momokill. Makes me happy I got to see it in action at least. Because because it's not something you get to see every day. Leave it to Long Con to try new strategies. I like that. Meanwhile, I have no idea what the other guy's been doing. Let's see. This guy just has a ton of archers. Legolas and some pikemen. He doesn't look like he's doing a whole lot. What does he have in upgrades here? Does he have Silverthorns yet? He's just now purchasing Silverthorns and armor. And he'll probably get blades soon after. Maybe. This Mordor is, he's doing quite well. He's starting to get attack trolls, which will be amazing against these elves. Looks like I'm trying to form a counterattack, because Mordor now has nothing. That's Mordor, at least. I don't have a whole lot myself, it looks like. But I do still have a builder. Probably 2 builders. I don't think I lost both. Although I very well might have. I only see one of my builders. There's Golem behind the cave troll. I think I lost one of my builders. I must have. I don't think I actually have the army I need to defeat this because of all these arrow towers. Well, those aren't even his. Yeah, he literally has a group of orcs and a Nazgul. But he has a lot of arrow towers and a fear statue, so not a lot, but 2. But that is quite the deterrent when you don't really have anything that doesn't have to get very close. It'd be really surprising if he had boiling or magma cauldrons. I love surprising an enemy when they don't expect you to have like magma cauldrons or boiling oil so early. And then you drop it on them and just kill the entire army that was surrounding your base. It's glorious. But doesn't look like that'll be the case here. Bordemir's gonna whittle away at the Skatewatcher expansion. And see what I mean? Meanwhile, I'm losing a lot of troops to these arrow towers. Do Gatewatchers actually lower the attack and defense of troops around it? Because if that's the case, I wasn't aware of that. It looks like they do. Nazgul is busy up here while I'm attacking his base, but I don't think I will defeat him with this tiny army. In fact, I would bet money on not so. So I will be forced to retreat here. Back to the statue and healing well. I don't actually have much money, probably, I'd imagine. Let's see. I could be saving for another fortress. No, I just don't have many farms, I don't think. I got a few. Nothing great. And I missed that, but the elves actually took down Mordor's fortress. So it looks like this all-archer army is actually winning. It is quite powerful. It's a good strategy, but at the same time it's a bad strategy. Because some cavalry gets in while he's not paying attention, he will lose like everything. So it at least helps to have one battalion of pikemen or 2, I think. But he doesn't seem to need them in this game. He does have 1 actually. Cardafel has been defeated, so that Mordor is out of the game. The elves are looking quite poised to win this game, it seems, since he has power points from killing him somewhat. He has the army and the upgrades. Meanwhile, me and Mordor up here are just kind of battling it out with no real clear victor. And I don't have a fortress. I do have a fortress now. And it looks like I just got a ivory tower so I can see what's going on. Yeah, undoubtedly notice this gigantic elven army. So I could be in a lot of trouble, I know. And I probably figure that I won't be winning the game. I would imagine. If I had one trebuchet, that would be the end of Mordor. It's too bad I don't. So I won't be able to kill this base without a trebuchet. Too many arrow towers for pikemen to take care of. Although I do have fire arrow archers, so that helps somewhat. And the Elven army is quite big, actually. I mean, this is like half of his army, and the other half's over here. Let's see, he has 268 Mordor. I have 392 command points, and the other guy has 844, so he has more than the other two combined. Which is crazy. He could easily crush both of us. And I'm sure he will, especially since he has all his upgrades. We don't have any upgrades at all, so that makes it a severe disadvantage. This lone pikeman, if you stand him next to this, I guess he would start regenerating troops. And here we got a battle going on. Looks like I'm ready to attack Mordor. I think Mordor will have the defense he needs. This Nazgul needs to die immediately, or else my troops will die really quickly. And a big arrow volley coming out. Actually doesn't kill the orc. Oh, those are Easterlings. It doesn't kill the orcs either, though. There you go, orcs on tainted land actually saves you from a default arrow volley. Crazy. I thought it would kill them regardless. And here I switch my guys into shield formation. They will take a lot less arrow damage, even if they do move slower. I think it is a benefit that I need. I need that extra defense. Here comes the giant elven army of doom. And it looks like he's taking position right here. Now I'm hard pressed to get any reinforcements out this corridor. So now I'm basically sandwiched between Mordor and an elven army. Not a good position to be in. Although that helps. The barrage causing fire damage, extremely good against anything. Fire damage in this game is outrageously strong. For whatever reason. And here comes the Summon Eagles. That's going to be the end of my army. I don't have enough archers left to kill these flying beasts. And even if I did, they'd still be killing them. Because these are eagles of 1.6, not 1.0. And cavalry, not going to make a bit of difference here. It was a nice thought. Odd this tower is not attacking. Now it is. There it goes. We actually killed most of those elves, but he still has a huge backup force. But my army is absolutely decimated. Boromir gets picked up and thrown to the ground. No respect, no regard for his life. He's dead. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot. I can make an army pretty quickly, but it's a shit army. Meanwhile, he has a lot, and Mordor even has a lot. Although Mordor's armies would do worse against the elves than mine. And his eagles will continue to rampage my base because I cannot stop them. The only troops that can do anything is these. And it will take quite a while for them to actually kill this eagle. And I will take severe casualties in the process. So yes, it's a crappy situation to be in for me. Or anyone really. Anyone in my position would probably just die. And I probably will. It would be hard for Mordor to beat elves at this point, I think. I think elves have got too many power points. Mordor doesn't have many. I don't have many. Elves have the eagles though, and they almost have enough for another 15. He could save for 25. Although Ents would be quite valuable for elves. The Ents for taking down Mordor fortresses is pretty much invaluable. Although he could just flood it, I guess, destroy all of these things, and then just run around with it, with guys, and shoot it or whatever, attack it. That is an option as well. Well, I didn't die, at least. Looks like he's after the ring. Oh. I summoned a tower behind him. That is such a bad power. The lone tower is so bad. Even the dwarven one's pretty bad. I think the dwarven one's actually stronger, though. I also saw a video of lone tower versus dwarven tower, and dwarven tower beat it. Hands down, without much trouble at all. But it almost actually killed a battalion of archers, with Legolas helping. So I guess if it goes after one battalion of guys, it's not the worst thing ever. But it's still pretty much the worst thing ever. And down goes Smeagol. The master has reclaimed his ring. And now I'm trying to take this tower out, which is not an easy task. There's a Legolas in the forest here. But even if I do manage to get this tower down, there's still a elven army to contend with. And unfortunately, the guys in the tower are not being affected by arrows, or horn. Boromir probably won't make it out of there. There is no way, yeah. He never had a chance. I didn't even destroy the tower. That's the worst part of all. It's like Mordor's going to try and claim the outpost. Not the best place to go. He has both towers in the middle, making it pretty much impossible to capture the outpost for us. Mordor does have lava moats now, though, so at least he has some melee defense. But not much else. Catapults, yeah, catapults would be a good buy for Mordor. Other than that, he'd need a bunch of Nazgul, but he doesn't have a bunch of Nazgul. Plus, there's just too many pikemen here. And Legolas is actually pretty good for killing Nazgul, believe it or not, because of his Hawk Strike. Even Knife Fighter when he needs to. I think one-on-one a Nazgul actually wins against like a level 1 Legolas, maybe. Not positive. Because his melee damage is like non-existent. I don't think so, actually. That didn't sound right. Mordor is in a world of hurt here. He's going to lose all his defenses here. He doesn't have magma cauldrons in you. If he did, these guys are too far away to do anything. But he does have the Nazgul killing all these Mirkwoods, which is great. I love to see Mirkwood suffer. But I don't think it'll be enough. He does have the fear catapult, launching fear. Bombard with what are they called? Corpses. And when you bombard with corpses, it causes fear, which is useful as hell. And the fortress went dark. I'm not able to click up, but there's a flood coming here. Flood pretty much guarantees the victory for Mordor, or not Mordor. The loss for Mordor, even. The elves have taken the fortress down. And there's this builder. Will he try to make an escape? He generally seems to be very good at getting out of his base with a builder somehow. Every game. And then starting a mini empire and then losing. But it happens every game. He'll have to be very careful. He could also just lose if he loses this building. I don't know why. I guess the elves could farm him for power points, which is probably the best thing to do. He can't move because they will see him. And it looks like I'm attacking the elves now. I do have a Theoden and some archer or some horsemen. that's actually the right move for me. That's the only way I can really beat the elves, is to get some cavalry. His builder is still alive, but there is quite a few guys out here still. And it looks like he will die. Oh, he's going for it. He's gonna have to be quick. Nope, he didn't make it. Longcon has been defeated. I don't have much in the way of a base here. It's like I was going to start building a wall. Probably a little late for that. I did manage to make a good counterattack against the elves though. Too bad I don't have some Rohirrim power, because that would be useful for me. Theoden and his Rohirrim are actually doing quite a bit of damage. Taking out a few buildings. Hopefully I get my Theoden out without dying. I don't think he's going to get past Legolas. Oh, he is, because Legolas doesn't have his Hawk Strike on. Off cooldown. But I think as soon as the elves get to my base, I'm going to lose the game. That seems to be pretty apparent. And there's also another elven fortress in the middle. I just noticed that on the mini-map. And he is building Ents as well. That's a Treebeard. Treebird, always good. Especially against cavalry and stuff. And some Mirkwoods follow me into my base and die. Not sure why they would do that. But yeah, I don't see myself winning from this position. He doesn't have tons in the way of pikemen, but he does have 2 battalions, which is probably enough to stop me. But he could just overwhelm me, quite frankly. I mean, I don't know what I would do, what I could do in this position. He can use eagles to kill actually most of my cavalry as well. Summon eagle power. So once he attacks, if he summons the eagles, I will probably lose most of my guys, and then he can just steamroll me from there. He might be playing a little too passive. I don't see why he doesn't just attack. Maybe he's just waiting for his upgrades. As possible. Did I even destroy his forge? No. So he can upgrade. He just has to make sure his pikemen don't get too far away from his archers. And maybe the 2nd battalion should go in. These are all level 3 though. Yeah. So they all do have a little arrow tower on them, so at least I have some form of flying defense. Even these are flying defense because they can be switched to bow. Not the best though. I think the eagles would still wreck me even with the
protect these lands.
bow. So I'm just going for as many casualties as I can get at this point. I am taking out quite a few elves, but he does have more than enough pikemen to kill me. This is bad. Treebeard should be up here somewhere. I don't know why Treebeard's all the way over here by himself. He could use him to siege. That would make sense. There he comes. Yeah, he's got complete map control. He's got the army. I'm pretty much dead. If I had any sense, I would just surrender, but I'm not. But, oh well. So I summon a phallic tower behind his army, because I can. And there's 1 elf casualty, so I'd say that's worth it. Yeah, this should be the end, I believe. Hopefully. This is like dying of cancer. Very slow. Very painful. There we go. Looks like I quit the game there. Thank goodness. Because that was getting hard to watch. So yeah, I lost that game. Will played to the elves there. He basically did the right things, I guess. He killed off his guy and he killed us both. Both of us, Mordor and men, were weak because they were fighting each other, and no one really got an advantage on top from doing that, and he was able to crush us both. So, just goes to show, if you end up in a stalemate and the other guy just in the bottom defeats his teammate, or his opponents, you will be in trouble, most likely. And we got to see a cool moment kill rush that you don't normally see, so that's also pretty sweet. Alright, that was it. I hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you in the next replay. Farewell.